Today I'm going to be revealing the secret attribute you should be looking for in your media buyers. What's up, everyone? As usual, the content that we create here on CTC tends to flow directly out of meetings that we're having throughout the day with clients, potential clients, our internal employees, whatever it might be. And today, one of the things that I have found myself having conversations about is patience. So the secret attribute that you should be looking for in all of your media buyers, whether it's internal or in an agency, is patience. One of the biggest hindrances to account performance is tinkering, is somebody going in and making decisions to kill or scale ads prematurely without allowing the data to normalize. So you guys have all heard Facebook sort of preaching this idea of the learning phase and allowing the data to become definitive and the algorithm receiving inputs so that it can make accurate decisions. And a lot of people balk at this. They just assume that this is Facebook attempting to say to you, spend a bunch of money in bad results before they can tell you whether it's real or not. But it's really not. That's just not how statistics and data work. If you think about the value of machine learning, it increases as the inputs increase. So for Facebook to say at the ad set level, I need roughly 50 purchases to be able to give you statistically significant results about what I think this outcome, how trustworthy this outcome is advice that you have to heed, right? And so one of the things that we see when clients come to us with underperforming accounts from other agencies, or when we see our media buyers struggling, oftentimes we are able to open up the account and find lots of ads that are winning and lots of ads that are losing, and often lots of ads that are turned off at very low levels of spend. This is often a signal that there is an overactive media buyer participating in the account in a way that is about chasing outcomes. And you're chasing past outcomes, hoping it creates future outcomes. And that's just not the case. The key to being a great media buyer is to be able to stare the data in the face and wait for it to become accurate. And that really revolves around this idea of understanding the variables to outcome ratio in your campaigns. A lot of you are using CBO, campaign budget optimization, to run your ad accounts. And so today, one of the things that we saw was we had a potential client come in working with another agency who we respect a lot and who actually has a lot of talented media buyers. But what we saw was behavior that was consistent with probably a more junior media buyer who was working really hard. And that's the main key, working hard, not necessarily smart, to try and make an ad account perform well. And so what we saw was you had about a product with about a $50 average order value that was spending about $300 a day per the campaign. Their goal was about a 2-to-1 ROAS. So if you have $300 at a $50 AOV and you're looking for a 2-to-1 result, you're only going to be getting 12 purchases a day. So 12 purchases a day, if Facebook wants 50 at the ad set level, think about what this means. If I have $300 a day that I'm spending, and inside of this campaign, we had 14 different ad sets, and then inside of each ad set was 9 different ads. Not running DCT, 9 different ads, 14 ad sets. That's 126 different variables that you have to create outcomes against, that Facebook has to learn whether it's working or not. And even if you just forget the ads and you just go at the ad set level, 14 different ad sets that you have to allow. I mean, even if you don't believe 50, maybe it's 10. Maybe you're even somebody who thinks it's as simple as 5. Even at 5, that's still 70 purchases. Now, if we go back to our budget, it's going to take you a really long time before you can make any decision at all. And yet we repeatedly see decisions being made right away in those types of setups. And really what you have to do is you have to look at your variables, you have to decide when you're going to be able to exit the learning phase, trust the results, and you have to wait. You have to stare seemingly bad results in the face and understand that the past performance is not always indicative of future performance. And you have to wait. So find media buyers that have the maturity and the experience to wait. One of our favorite My favorite anecdotes that we joke around all the time with media buyers is around doing fixed price purchases on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So doing reach and frequency buys where you're buying a fixed CPM on big media days like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And if you've ever done one of those, one of the things that you'll notice is that when you do a big reach and frequency purchase at a fixed CPM, is that it will start out on a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday and the results will be terrible. It'll look like you are absolutely lighting money on fire. And the joke was on those days, on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, was that how strong could we be? How confident were we in the research and data that we did to determine that this CPM would work to be able to watch really bad performance continue? But you know what? When we had the patience and our research was right, they came around to give us the result that we want. If we had turned them off, we would have wasted substantial amounts of money on behalf of our client because the good performance was the latent performance. And we had to trust the research that we did. And so often this is the case, is that you have to allow the data to become real and not panic. Panicky, fickle tinkerers are bad for ad accounts. So look for patience in your partners.